parents trying to save their adopted son. They hit their son with a fire extinguisher. They didn't realize their son already knew about it. Now, the adopted son is undergoing surgery. His waist was removed. After the surgery, when they saw their son unharmed, the adopted son had turned into a corpse on the operating table. It turns out that just 18 years ago, the parents thought their son was a loser and left him in the middle of nowhere, but the boy didn't die. 18 years later, the boy became the president of a company worth trillions of dollars in market value, but he lost his childhood memories. For years, he searched for his real parents, but he found them. He was very happy. He vowed to give his parents a better life, but when his father saw his clothes, he looked disgusted. Thinking he was a migrant worker, they adopted a foster son. They greeted him warmly. The parents took him home. Father wanted to give him a good start. He said there was no room in the house, so they put him in the utility room. But the servants came. They said they had prepared the biggest room in the house for his adopted son as a piano room. When the man heard this, immediately realized that it was a trick. Since he was not welcome at home, why bring him back? So he decided to investigate the family. He immediately slapped Yoko. He went upstairs to the big room. He called his assistant and asked him to find out why the family had brought him back. The next day, his parents took him to the hospital. They said it was for his own good. They wanted to give him a medical checkup. He didn't believe them. He wanted to see what his parents were really doing while his parents were away. He called his assistant. Then the assistant told the CEO. CEO's parents had asked him to come back because their adopted son was sick. They needed to exchange the CEO's kidney for their adopted son's kidney. The CEO was very angry when he heard that. Facing the cold-blooded parents, the CEO felt there was no need to be polite anymore, so he decided to start fighting back. After making the call, his parents brought him a glass of water and told him to drink it. This glass of water was also drugged with LSD. Once he drank it, he won't wake up for 3 days. When he wakes up, they'll sign a donation agreement in the name of his biological parents. Signed the donation agreement, but the boy had already figured out their plan, so he did it. He drank the water in front of his parents. When his parents saw him, they were relieved, but as soon as they left, he spit out all the water. He wanted to make his parents feel desperate. Then he told his men to take the foster son to the ward. Meanwhile, his men got the message. They came to the foster son's ward and took him to the CEO's ward. The CEO's show had just begun. The CEO's parents came with a doctor. They said it was ready for surgery. The doctor immediately pushed the adopted son out. They didn't realize that the adopted son was lying there, unaware that they were about to make an irreversible mistake.